Hey everybody, in this video of Proof of Make, we take a look at the Concourse Open Community and its Settle platform. The Concourse Open Community is a community mostly of hackers and blockchain enthusiasts. While the community is very much on Discord, Discord serves as like a central hub for kind of curating content that goes onto their Layer 2 platform, which is a Hacker News-like platform for finding high signal news in decentralized financial markets. Additionally, they have an ICO review platform, which is pretty interesting. In this video, we're going to take a look at those, but we're going to focus on Settle. Settle is a platform that was developed by Concourse that serves as like a control center for decentralized financial markets. It allows you to manage your portfolio, chat with colleagues about events and other things, as well as get information and tap into the open developer network to find applications that you can import into your command center in order to interact with decentralized financial markets, as well as analyze your positions in those markets. In this video, we're going to sit down with our CTO, Ty, and take a look. All right, so now we're going to sit down with our CTO, Ty, and take a look at Concourse and Settle. All right, Ty, so this is Concourse Open Community.
All right. I like this site. It reminds me of the IRC sites you would go to when we were kids.
Yeah. You hit in commands to go places. So
you can hack the site.
So as you can see, the top command is C. So if you hit that in, and also you can click the link. So that's Concourse Q. Right. This seems to be the marquee thing. We're not going to focus too much on all of these products. We're just going to kind of go over them. We're going to focus on Settle.
Thin platform for trustless finance.
And it's very interesting. So let's start with Concourse Q. So it's an ICO review. It's like the old ICO countdown site.
Okay.
But much better UI, and you can see what's coming up. For example, earlier I saw an interesting one. I thought I saw Fishcoin has a warning next to it, so they tell you can click on due diligence.
All right.
And you can get information like what are the red flags, etc. Notes of caution, and just other information about tokens. So it's a great way to discover new token sales, etc.
Cool.
They also have, I think, one of the more interesting ones that I'm going to be using a lot is Layer 2. So it's basically a place to just get what they call high signal blockchain links.
Looks a lot like Hacker News.
Very much like Hacker News. And yeah, it's actually pretty interesting data. It's pretty timely. So it's I think this is a really great feed.
All right.
And then there's also DApp, which is very much like DApp Radar. So they have like a listing of Ethereum-based games.
This looks really polished.
Yeah, it's nice.
Zombie Battlegrounds, all right.
Yep. So we've covered actually quite a few of these. Yeah, so they have upcoming ones.
Oh, hey, go CryptoBots on there.
Yeah, so let's talk about Settle. This is how I first learned about Concourse. And so it dubs itself as an operating system for the decentralized financial paradigm. Okay, they have hackathons coming up. They're trying to get more data.
So it's an operating system.
I would say it's more of a command center. Let's use it. Let's use it.
All right, let's take a look.
So I've already kind of set up my dashboard.
All right.
And what you can see here is, for example, I created this like neural net thing.
Right.
So I actually was able to import it in there. So I can grab, a CSV file that has trade data inside of it. It'll pull it up.
All right.
And then my neural nets get trained, and then I can train my bot. I can look at.
And so this right here is part of Settle.Finance.
No, so I can import. So I have an app that I wrote, and I can import it into here.
And they're hosting it then.
Not yet. So what they'll have soon is a way for other people to find my app and then import it into their particular one. So it'll show up down here in apps. So if I upload this neural net platform, so let's look at some of their apps. So they have a web tool where I can basically right now. Before we started this video, I started wrapping some ETH into WETH. And so you can do that. They have a gas station that kind of gives you an idea of a lot of the gas prices that you might want to pay. Because on an Ethereum network that changes. And then what I like most actually is the portfolio. So it's very similar to how Toddle does it.
All right.
It picks up all of the coins that are in your MetaMask. So up here, I have my MetaMask, right? And it basically pulls in all the tokens that I own in that particular account.
That's a really nice looking list.
Yeah.
The look of this platform is really clean and cool.
It's sparse, but for example, like right now, I can move stuff up into here.
Yeah.
But
that's
right.
That's
so
cool.
I can say, put my portfolio there, etc. They also have an app store, so you can find these different. So these are kind of default ones, and then you can find like lending apps, utility apps. Like these apps are coming. So different lending apps, different dApps you can use that are built for this platform. So it also has in your portfolio manager. You can look at derivatives. These are just what are like from exchanges. So I can, for example, say import address, and then I can import like my BitMEX account or my IDEX.
Oh, that's really cool.
Other accounts, right? and then I can put in my API keys, and then also manage that in my portfolio. So it looks at all that kind of stuff, and then they also have a risk checker. You update your permissions. Now, this is something that they're currently working on. So as you can see now, like I have all those tokens, but I'm not getting a risk analysis. So but you can move this stuff over to different parts of the window. I like the capability to be able to do that. For example, my address book has you in it. You're Robust Well. So
that is my account.
if anyone watching this wants to spam Ty, you can find them at Robust Well 6669. And so there's also a social component. So I can message with you, and I can say, "Hey Ty again," and so me and you can connect with one another. And so I like that they have messaging built in with this kind of command center. It's very, very early. So this is a really early platform, but I like where it's going. It's basically bringing developers together to develop different things. And I'm excited to see where this goes. So if you look at the Concourse Open Community, you can look at, like, for example, layer 2, where they have all the news feeds. And you can imagine that those are going to be inside of Settle. So there'll be an app to import that.
Right.
It's same for the dapps. Same for Concourse Q, where you see the thing. So I can see them bringing a lot of it together. It's more of a community. So, a lot of this is curated from their Discord.
Okay, so it's a Discord community.
Yeah, so you go to Discord. I'm in there. And it's a really friendly community, really awesome community. And you can connect with different members. And in a lot of the channels, you can post things like they have interesting content. I like that they have, I introduce yourself place, so you can introduce yourself.
Nice,
There's
cool.
I just joined on Sunday. You can introduce yourself, and they have a general channel, and they have many, many channels. So if you're interested in Settle, you can click on the Settle channel, and you can talk, ask questions, etc. So I'm really interested to see where this platform goes. And that's an early look at Concourse and Settle.
All right, Concourse and Settle.